bring in former FBI Special Agent Nicole Parker. Nicole, you've had a chance to see this as this plays out. You and your fellow brothers and sisters in uniform who do this by choice.
What's up? I'm sure we're all watching the news right now.
Well, first of all, my pure respect goes out to the United States Secret Service.
Let me know if the TV is too loud. You know me, I'm trying to get the action, trying to follow the stink.
Immediately in the aftermath, they were willing to take a bullet for him, and that is what Secret Service agents do. And you know, we have
Yes, 100%, Dr. Nova. Dr. Nova, how's the TV sound? Is it bothering you? Okay. Well, Nick, you might want to be careful saying that at the moment. Leo Gunn, I don't know if you're kidding or not, but there was, I guess, an assassination attempt at a Trump rally. So it's breaking news. Really happened about 20 minutes ago. So I don't know about that. I mean, I'm looking at his right hand. I'm watching.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
I mean, you definitely hear shots. I mean, I don't think that was fake, to be honest with you. I like how nobody moved. Well, AC/DC, feel free to chime in, my man. That's crazy. It's crazy no one in the crowd moved. 100%. I don't think it was staged, though. I mean, I don't like Donald Trump, but it's pretty hard to... It's just pretty wild. Shout out to those Secret Service people. Holy fuck. Well, let's not blame it on the Democrats yet, Junior. I mean, I think it's time we, there's a lot of Republicans who don't like him either. Is the TV not too bad for you guys? Let me know if it is. I'll turn the volume down. Yes, thank you, AC/DC. I mean, I have a couple friends of mine who are federal judges and a couple people who work for the DOJ. So I've got... Okay, cool. Thank you, William. I don't want it to be too loud. I could probably turn it down a little bit. No, I'm 55. So Kennedy was killed. JFK was killed 5 years before I was born, and RFK was killed 2 months after I was born. So, I was not around. But I think my parents were... I think my dad might have been at the Ambassador Hotel. I mean, I remember I was in grade school when Reagan got shot. That was wild. And that was when there weren't like 24-hour news channels. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Hold on one second.
country, we have got to make sure that we can have free, fair elections. And what the
Sorry, but I thought my neighbor was at my door.
saying there, and doing,
And Dr. Ruth.
to that gunshot,
Been a, yeah, I wish.
that it is
Uh,
gunshot. But that's what people on the ground are saying. I'm fairly familiar with
It's crazy.
That's what it sounds
No one
like.
moved. If I was in the crowd behind him, I would have taken off, man.
Law enforcement says that, you don't know. You also
I know a lot of friends who used to train at Richard Simmons gym. It's right by the Dialogue Cafe on Holloway for you local yokels. Hit the like button. 24 people in here. Hit the like button. Our country needs it.
So, the initial reaction from the Secret Service looks to be pretty. To jump in front and
Rick,
cover up the ground.
Rickosaurus, $4.99. Where's MLC? You'll do for now. Hello. What up, Dr. Chow? It is scary.
President stood up and pumped his hand, blood coming from his ear and his fist.
Secret Service said the shooter is down.
You can say a lot about Donald Trump.
Oh, I mean, I'm friends with William Zoom, ACDC, but like if you guys don't get along, all I ask is for you to be cordial in here. Yeah, I did watch that Billy Idol on Hoover Dam. That was pretty cool. I wonder where the big, tall bass player was, because Tony Kamal from No Doubt filled in, but that was kind of cool. Yeah, I think some Secret Service guys and women, a lot of Secret Service women in that scene, they might be filling out job applications tomorrow. Oh, okay, maybe the big. Oh, okay, maybe. See, I only saw two songs: "Dance with Myself" and I think "Rebel Yell." So now I'm an expert in blading. What blading looks like? That does not look like he bladed himself. Secret Service got the shooter. Oh, great. Alive or dead? I know. I mean, it's not funny, but like, listen, I don't care who you guys are voting for. I'm not voting. But I don't think Trump bladed himself. Like I know, like, unless. Thank you, Rickosaurus, for that. We go on to MLC now. Thank you. I'll see you on the internet. I think Trump just won the election, to be honest with you. I know you've got, and Dr. Ruth. I know. We're getting to the nitty gritty, Thor. This is not MLC. We're not talking about Aaron Imholt, or Shabadoo Quinones, or Muttering John, or Stuttering Bill, or David Lee Ralph. This is a serious strain. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I don't like either Trump or Biden, to be frank, but I certainly don't wish this on anybody. It's Trump, you're hit, man. You're hit. You're bleeding. I ain't got time to bleed, but make a t-shirt out of this. See, that's him. MTG. What's MTG mean? I don't know what that means. I mean, if you don't think they already have t-shirts with Trump bleeding with his hand like this. Yeah, I mean, there's some real slobs in that crowd. No wonder they didn't move too fast. Look at the kid in the hat. He probably got the shooter on camera. Oh, yeah. I don't know, Kip. I don't know. I mean, it could have been a Republican, though. You know, there's plenty of people who don't like Trump in his own party. Oh, trust me, Trump ain't missing the convention. Breaking news. I'm just getting a message. Abdullah the Butcher just endorsed Trump. It's over. Yeah, I mean, who knows, Jordan? This could be a this could be a this could be an AEW collision. Maybe they'll try the shooter on Collision tonight. AEW can finally pop a rating. Royal Fumble, the Assassination Rumble.
Joining our coverage here. We're going to try and be as patient as we can until we get more information from the authorities who are doing this investigation, probably from the Trump team as well.
This is crazy.
I would not be surprised if at some point, Chris, this evening, at some point, we will see some sort of video or statement from President Trump.
I don't know what channel to watch.
Would you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, shooter reportedly dead. Oh, jeez. Let me go. You know, I don't like to go on my iPad when I'm streaming because the Wi-Fi is so wonky in here. But let me go on the Drudge Report. He's usually first up with any news. Trump shot at rally, raises blood on air. Fight. Says he's fine. Okay, nothing new on Trump or the shooter. So, Leo Gunn, $2. Thanks for breaking this, Earl. I don't watch TV. Maybe I shouldn't be using a ray gun today. Go to Zero Hedge. I don't know what that is. Is that Trump's competition? I mean, I heard popping right before, so I would imagine it was. But I don't know much about firearms. AC/DC might have to chime in on this. Oh, okay. I'll check it out. I've never heard of it before, William. I would imagine a bullet or whatever to the would have killed him. So I'm gonna assume maybe it's a high-powered BB gun. You know, that probably would have been easier to get into the rally. And no, he wasn't shot with a ray gun. Get you guys. I mean, BB guns still hurt. I mean, probably the most pain I've ever suffered in my life, even more so than my broken collarbone, was when I got shot by my brother with a paintball gun. Love gun. Easy 1, 2, 3. This isn't amateur hour at the Comedy Store. That's Monday night. Thank you very much, though.
Thank you for your time. We want to go to an eyewitness now who was there at the rally.
Yeah, we've got Pennsylvania Senate candidate David McCord, but he knows what it's like to be in the middle of a heated campaign. But David, I understand you were there. What more can you tell me?
Now, come on, Dr. Chow. We don't do the Dabbleverse on assassination streams. This is a serious stream. I was watching MSNBC, and I think they had Howard Dean on. He was like, it's no big deal. He doesn't look that bad. I mean, I don't know anything about firearms, but it sounded like a gun. But there's no way a gunshot to the ear wouldn't have killed him. So I'm going to guess it was a BB gun pellet. That could still hurt.
At least I couldn't tell. And then sadly, someone behind me up in the bleachers was definitely wounded. And there was a lot of blood. And
I mean, I'll take your word on that, William.
And help carry that person out of the stand so they could get.
I know if this was Biden, but yeah, but Fox News would be doing the same thing if this was Biden. He's all right. I mean, I do have to say, Trump looks really good for 78. The bronzer was on point today. Here it is, one more shot.
Just take us through what you saw from your perspective did it come from your left side or your right side, or where was it in relation to where you were located?
Yeah, I don't, you know, it was.
Yeah, he didn't blade himself.
When I asked a number of law enforcement officers, and they had said something around 50.
Was it Alec Baldwin?
I don't know if that
Can I tweet that out, Jordan? I'm just trying to get some likes, man.
it kept coming and coming.
I'm just trying to get some likes.
You know, it was hard to tell, but at least some of the shots, I was sitting to President Trump's right as he was facing the crowd, and I was in the front row. It felt like some of the shots came from his left side, which would make sense because someone behind me was hit. So it felt like at least some came from that side of the crowd. And as I said, I couldn't tell whether it was one gun or two, but there were 7 or 8 shots, just one right after another.
I mean, this guy on CNN is saying there were 7 or 8 shots. Boulder Johnny. How ironic is this might be the day I use the ray gun the most. $5. RFK tweeted Trump is a wimp for not taking it to the head like a man. Hello. Oh, come on, Dr. Chow. This isn't Alex Jones in here.
I think it was clearly a weapon, a firearm, and as I said, I couldn't tell whether it was 1 or 2, but clearly.
No, you better not hang out with me, man. Trump looks pretty good today. Who knows, John Smith? I'll defer the assassination stuff to ACDC and William Zoom. Janet Lazard. This is the Killers. This is the Brandon Flowers cut. Just a few minutes ago. Is it Patton Oswalt? What happened? Lee Harvey Oswald. I don't know who Boots Ennis is. Is that Ennis? Yeah. Is that UFC or boxing? Sorry, this isn't carbonated. Yeah, everyone be cool. Be cool. You know. I mean, it's a history-making day today. Richard Simmons dies, Dr. Ruth Westheimer dies, and Trump gets an attempted assassination. It does look good. Little gel. I mean, not a hair out of place. Shaved on the sides. I call this the Brandon Flowers. All right. Well,
Choose to answer it the way you like.
William and ACDC. I like both of you, so you guys can argue in the stream. Just be cordial about it, I guess. I appreciate you both. Dr. Chow, we don't do Ray DeVito talk in here. You're gonna be the second person banned if you bring up Ray DeVito again. We don't do the dabble in here unless you pay for it. Then you can talk about anything you want. And we don't do N-word towers here either. This isn't Melton's Discord. Thank you very much. No, William and ACDC, I want you guys. Listen, I get it. You guys don't like each other for whatever reason. That's fine. I mean, we've got 24 people in the stream. I don't expect everyone to get along. I don't know what the source of the problem is, but just keep it clean. Keep it clean. Dr. Chow, the Mega G, we don't talk about James Earl Ray here. I'm the only Earl that gets talked about in here. Well, Night Moose, I don't blame Jeff as much as I don't like him. Yes, Chow was cool. I was an early guest on his and Dr. Mercer's show. I don't know. This is the. Let me pull up a picture of Brandon Flowers. This is the look. I actually bring this picture in. Now, even though we have different hair, I have curly hair. This is the look I go for. I don't know how to do this. That's the look I go for.
get us your top line thought.
I have a great girl who cuts my hair. Janet Lazar, if you ever need a haircut in Los Angeles. Please don't ever compare me to Michael Rappaport or Brandon Schaub. Good for Brandon Schaub. Like, I would have done the same thing. If I wasn't a good stand-up comic and Joe Rogan said, I'm going to make you a top comic, you got it, Joe. Hit the like button. We got a lot of people in here for me, 27. I mean, this is no MLC, but no, I don't get my hair done by Swifty Lazar's cousin. But I will say Janet Lazar used to hang out in San Diego with the great Robin King Crosby. Thank you very much. I got to watch Band of the Hand sooner than later. So, by the way, the OJ tour will be, the murder stream will be tomorrow. I'm not sure of the time quite yet. I want it to be nighttime. It might be a little later because the darker, the better. And visual aids. I have not watched Hooper yet. Now, I don't go to Gabriel anymore. I go to, what's the name of the place? Waxology in West Hollywood. Waxology. I don't have a time yet. It's going to be at least 8 o'clock because 7 o'clock it's still light out. And I want it to be night. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use my phone or my iPad. It's obviously when I'm driving, it's going to be, I don't think I can put my iPad in the front of my steering wheel. But, well, thank you, Night Moose. Anything that can be done is always appreciated here.
I believe, again, without knowing anything, preliminarily, this person was likely a wrecker. Okay, there's protective intelligence teams. That's all they do. They work cases of any threat whatsoever.
Okay, we're an FBI agent saying that they might have known who the shooter was, but we don't know.
Trying to explain to people at home.
Yeah, Earl 15. Earl 15.
It's a Saturday night in Shannon. The streets are closed. It's hard to get around already, and the event is still 2 days away. That's the world in which
it's going to be a hell of a convention.
Do you keep?
Oh, I just saw someone tweet that out. They paid a shooter to just wound him. I don't think you can get a headshot and just wound him. Yes, that was a great joke, Kip. Well, we'll wait. Let's not blame anyone. What up, Kay? We got a woman in the stream. Hello. Be nice to Kay, you pervert. I mean, I would guess that they were some kind of military training. I mean, because they are saying now that the shooter wasn't on the ground, so the shot came from a distance. A former president is coming in. I guarantee that area was swept. It was looked into. Everyone had to go through metal detectors. That's something for the FBI to. Maybe the shooter was Hugo Drax. Hello, that's a deep cut. I bet no one gets that reference. He is so determined in his message that he's willing to do these. It is the K. I've met her in Vegas.
Nicole Parker, thank you, former FBI. Thank you.
And I like Stancil.
Martha, your reaction as we are getting information that the former president seems to be okay, but what a shock to the system for Americans watching this play out this afternoon.
It's a wild. Oh yeah, this is gonna. I mean, the conspiracy theories were already pumping when, the already on Twitter staged was trending. And I was about to take a nap, man.
And then a second round of gunfire that may have come from Secret Service. We don't know the status of where this shooter,
I got on Fox News right now. Where is Diddy these days?
It appears as if something is coming from behind him. And I looked really closely at the scene behind him. The people that you can see, at least, in the bleachers behind him, do not appear to all turn and look at one place of where this might
I am not up tonight. I was kind of thinking about going to the Rolling Stones by myself, but the tickets were too much, and I went on Set List to see. You know, I really only like Satisfaction and Brown Sugar. Now, if they played Waiting on a Friend, that might have been another story, but I don't know. Hello, Occult Odyssey and Gaming Galaxies with Nick. Are you new to the stream? Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure Chad and MLC are going live, and Win by Two, I think, usually is a Saturday afternoon guy. So, you know, feel free to go to their streams when you get bored here. Rickosaurus, $1.99. Shout out to Dream Babe KB. I will say KB is just as pretty in person. Yeah, I mean, I just it's at SoFi Stadium. Parking's $100. You know, the tickets, like for good seats, were $500 and up. So just, you know, I'm not like a super fan of the Stones, although I do kind of want to say, hey, at least I saw them once. I got something you can get charged for, a Lion. $100 to park. Well, you know, you're in the hood at SoFi Stadium. Don't be fooled that two billionaires built a stadium. That Inglewood is a shithole. Although they're trying to gentrify it. You know, it's all Crip and Blood neighborhood. Like that whole area around SoFi Stadium is Crips and Bloods, baby dolls. So I don't mind paying $100 to park. I mean, I remember back in the day for King games, it was $20. So, no, I know. I mean, I've seen the videos of the tour, and you know, you got the two black dudes in the band now, Steve on drums and Daryl on bass, and they're in their 60s, and I think they add a little youth to them. Okay, Impound Media. Let's go over to Alex Stein's channel with that kind of talk. Oh, really? Chris Mack. I'll have to check that out. Well, you know, to be honest with you, Kay, if Ray wasn't in the car with us, I might have thrown out one line. But, you know, I can't operate with Ray trying to talk to you about the Red Hot Chili Peppers. The night was a loss for me. But, you know, maybe next time, if we're single and we're in the same city, who knows? Who knows? Rickosaurus, $1.99. What band did you miss out on seeing live? I never saw Prince. I've seen, other than that, I've seen just about every band I've wanted to see. What up, Ryan? Worst concert I've ever been to, hands down, at the Wiltern, and Jordan will know I was at the Wiltern with Vicky Hamilton, who was Guns N' Roses' first manager, as well as Poison's. Oh, Jesus. Shooter is dead and a rally attendee killed. Wow. It was Enough's Enough was the opening band. They were great. And then Great White was awful, man. I mean, horrible, like awful sounding, awful looking. And Enough's Enough sounded good. So it wasn't, you know, I mean, Great White was horrific. Worst, by far the worst live show I've ever seen.
And the first thing he said to me was,
now, come on, William and AC/DC. I like you both. Vicky is awesome. Yeah, I heard that 2 people behind Trump were hit. I don't know. I didn't know that one died. Well, I'm just reporting what Fox News is saying. The AP is reporting. Well, I mean, this was a pretty rough version of Great White, to be honest with you. I mean, Jack, the singer, looked pretty bad. So, yeah, that's crazy. So this was not a staged. This is not phony wrestling, guys.
And I look forward to hearing what he has to say.
I don't really have ties to Cumia, to be honest with you, Impound Media. Never talked to the guy. Now, I've talked to Opie a few times, but never spoke with Cumia. I mean, I've seen Vince Neil. I mean, when he's drunk, it's pretty bad. That's what I say, Ryan. I don't know, Dr. Cho. I've seen some recent footage of this tour, and I think it's because of the Steve Ferroni, is it? Who's a legendary drummer, and Daryl on bass. It's a pretty tight version. Here, you guys doing my joke in chat. Out of control.
What did you do as soon as you heard that? Did you try to get down or?
Boulder Johnny, $5. Your 20th super chat. The media won't ever give Trump credit for an attempted assassination. Well, I think they have to with this one. By the way, this just in: L.A. District Attorney George Gascon has pardoned the shooter. Hello! That's a good tweet. I got to tweet that out. We're doing live tweeting right now.
So then we lay there for a while. We saw different places.
Hold on.
And then they got President Trump down. Secret Service did it. They took him out of there and got him off of the stage. And he was bleeding. And so then my son and daughter-in-law was back behind us. We were back behind the fence. We was we couldn't call them. And so we started trying to go after them then when they finally got us up. And they had been right by the fence where the other shooter was. There was one I heard in the water tower. There was one by the fence.
And still, obviously, initial reports. But what we do know, according to the AP, this is coming, Bill, from the Butler County District Attorney's Office.
Arena football. It's probably, no, I think it was a pro roller beach hockey player.
People were, trying to get out of there as quickly as they could to see the former president down on the ground, to come back up to see some blood possibly on his ear.
I know, it is funny. Fox News is making it. I mean, listen, one person was killed, so it is kind of a big deal. So obviously the caliber of bullet was stronger than what I thought. Maybe Trump just has a fucking iron head.
Tell me a little bit of what you heard.
Just sort of pop, pop, pop. Right away, it's like firecrackers, and then that's done. And then.
I love these fucking witnesses from the crowd they're interviewing. Oh, I just heard pop, pop, pop. No shit. What up, Michaela? What up? What up?
We just prayed. We prayed.
Are you sure on that, Lars? I thought it was Steve. Who's Steve Ferrone? Is he the drummer and Tom Petty then? My bad. Steve Ferrone took over for the great Stan Lynch. I feel bad for Steve Jordan and Daryl, the bass player, because they probably don't get any cut of the merch. I kind of like Hootie and the Blowfish. They had a good run. Well, that's a good question, Ryan. I don't know.
And I realized, you know, for sure it was for sure shots. But when we started to pray, I felt protected.
Impound Media. Now, come on now. We got 2 women in here.
Trump was protected and people were protected. I'm sorry.
I think the hair deflected the bullet, to be honest with you.
I'm sorry. I pray God comforts those people.
Pretty Boy Floyd was horrible. But they got to the party a little too late. I mean, the grunge movement had already kind of started to take place, and you know, Pretty Boy Floyd was just a little too late to the party. Wait, your tits are out there? What? We don't show nudity in the Earlverse stream. If any girl wants to send me boob shots, it's follow me at Earl Skakel everywhere. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Rocks Gang, Wild Side. There's a lot of best Shark Island. Although Shark Island was around, you know, for most of the 80s in LA. I mean, before Shark Island, they were called the Sharks. But their major record release was, I think, 89, and it was too late. Even in 89, it's just too late. But they do have a great song called Bad for Each Other that I love. Yes, check out Jordan the Lion's Richard Simmons video. It's very prevalent today. Well, Michaela, you'll have to ask Michaela. We don't try and see married women's tits here. Hold on, I'm getting a text from a mole.
Well, we were basically standing. There was a Trump campaign. People at the tent right there on the corner, and we kind of went all together towards where he was speaking as close as he could get. And one of the kids was really.
Yeah, I mean, I never had a problem with Richard Simmons. Earl, did you ever meet Richard Simmons? No, never met him.
And next thing you know, as soon as he pointed the camera, as soon as he pointed the camera.
I mean, I will say the cars were studio quality when I saw them live. I only saw them live once. 4 out of the 5 original members: Rick Ocasek, Greg Hawkes on the keyboards, Elliot Easton on the electronic guitar, and David Robinson on drums. And the cool thing was they just had Greg Hawkes program Benjamin Orr's bass parts, so there was no bass player. And you close your eyes, and I saw them at the Palladium, I think about 2013, maybe. Sounded like you were listening to the records. Yeah, I don't even know what Discord is. I don't. Now you guys see, Michaela, what you started. Now you got everyone wanting to see your tits, and I'm sure KB gets the same treatment. I'm not saying the Skakel family didn't hang out with Richard Simmons. I'm just saying I didn't. Hit the like button, guys. This has been maybe this is my new streaming time. We got 28 people in here. That's a lot for me. And you know, I just put out another short today. I'm trying to put out 1 short a day. You know, some are going to be better, some are going to be, you know, okay, but it's just trying to crack that algorithm, baby. And my friend told me that YouTube's really pushing the shorts because they want to compete with TikTok and the Reels on Instagram. So, you know, I'm just, you know, what I do like about YouTube is you can hit it from all kinds of angles. You can do the shorts, you can do the shorter videos, like 1 to 2 minute videos. You can do the live streams, and you can put out big streams of your stand-up. So, you know, I'm just trying to make it.
Sent out this on X a moment ago. Remember, this is a young man at the time, and his own father was
Yes,
in Los Angeles.
Everyone just be polite and respectful in here. I never had a beef with Richard Simmons. You know, I mean, I don't think he was really a fitness consultant. He never looked healthy to me, but he, you know, he's kind of a con artist, a hustler to fat people. Oh yeah, we had many a conversation backstage. I would say me and Eric Bischoff are friends. I'm a Bischoff ball washer. That's the one thing I do take away from the Dabbleverse is I love when Kevin Brennan and Chad say someone's a ball washer, a Kumia ball washer. I'm a Bischoff ball washer. Thank you very much. Me and Bischoff would be good on a podcast together, but you know he's got Conrad. His whole shtick was being gay. Let's face it. I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, I don't. You know, I think he was like that hot yoga teacher that got. You know, I think in the fitness world, there's a lot of weak-minded people, and I think he helped a lot of people. But you know, there's that one yoga instructor that was fucking a lot of his students. I don't think Richard Simmons did that, but like it's a mind control when you're a fitness guru. People will do anything you say. I think the live streams you do when you walk around probably trigger the algorithm because of the different backgrounds in your show. Yeah, I mean they definitely seem to do better. Like, you know, these live streams, you know, I'm lucky if I hit 200 views. But you know, when I'm walking around, like the other night, the one I did in Westwood, I think it's about 800 views. So that's a significant, like the 800 views isn't a lot, but you know, when this stream will probably top out at 200 views, you know, you might be onto something. I mean, I'm getting 4 times the views on a lot of the live streams I do just walking around on the streets. Problem is, at some point, I'm going to run out of things to show you guys, but you know, I'll deal with that later. I'm expecting the OJ thing tomorrow night to do quite well. I could see that hitting 2,000 views, just because I'm going to put OJ Simpson in the title, OJ Simpson murder, in the Earlverse, and that should get, you know, a fair amount of views. I hope.
If the incident is indeed over, starts the backward scroll, right? You got to figure out how the person was able to do.
I mean, you know, he probably. I don't know how his money was toward the end of his life, to be honest with you. Yeah, I know the titles, you know, OJ Murder. But you were right. The few titles I've done from Sunset to where I say Sunset Strip live, it does better.
On social media and taking viral reporting as accurate. We don't know yet. And as I mentioned earlier, you have to be very certain.
I mean, Bischoff does seem to be anti-AEW, but there's not a lot of things I disagree with him on. Like, yeah, but I want it to be interesting. Yeah, so am I, Tara. I want it to be interesting to you guys still, William. Yeah, I don't want it that bad. Impound Media. He does, though. I've seen the naked. I was in New York once when it was very cold out. There was a naked cowboy in Times Square. It was white underwear. Did you ever meet Nicole Simpson before OJ cut her head off? Allegedly, we don't want to get in trouble here, Stagwar. I don't recall meeting her. I love free speech in here. The only thing I don't tolerate in here is the N-word tower and stuff of that nature. Because then that, you know, someone could report my stream, and I'm pretty good. I don't think I have any strikes ever. So, you know, Bischoff's main problem is he's trying to make AEW fit his WWE mold. 2 different operations completely. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. I mean, I do think, you know, he's right on stuff like Mercedes Moné. You know, to not have her wrestle for like 6-8 weeks, I thought was a mistake. Although I will say her promos are getting a little better. I'm surprised that Stephanie Vacour did not sign with AEW and went with WWE. You know, Tony Khan's got to feel a little burned by that. And New Japan probably feels burned. I think they had a card in San Jose this weekend, and she was like advertised for the last 3 months. And it's rumored that the reason she didn't sign with the AEW is, I guess, her ex-fiance is in jail for beating her up, and Roosh is friends with him, so she did not want to be anywhere around Roosh, which is too bad because they've been giving Roosh a little bit of a push. And Stephanie Vacour, she was very good against Mercedes, so she would have been a great addition. But they don't really need her necessarily. We got Britt Baker coming back, and rumors of Jamie Hayter. And who knows? Maybe Tess Blanchard pops in from TNA or whatever. So, that's the beauty about pro wrestling. If you don't sign one person, would it have been cool if she signed with AEW? Absolutely. But, she didn't, and AEW will survive. Although, boy, last night, Jordan and anyone else, I was watching Rampage, and man, that arena was empty. You could tell with how dark it was above the first 10 rows, let's say. It's like, oh man, there probably wasn't 1,000 people in that arena last night. But it was also being taped right after a full Dynamite. So, when I was at the Bakersfield Dynamite, they taped Rampage right after, and Rampage definitely had a smaller crowd. I mean, you can't watch, 4 hours of wrestling and not get tired. I mean, I think AEW has the better roster. I've always thought that. I just think that their storyline stuff has to be better. And like with MJF and Ospreay, it's good. With Okada and Strickland, it's going to be good. But they've bumbled Wardlow again for literally the third or fourth time. They fucked him up. And Jay White, like they had him in a fucking trios thing with the. I do like the Guns, the Bang Bang Gang. They've kind of fucked up with Malachi Black and Brody King. Those guys are stars. So, they do some right, they do some wrong, but they are a 5-year company. I think the way they've handled Okada has been great. If you would have sales pitched me Okada being funny, I'm like, no way. He's fucking funny, man. And that's what I've always said is you can use someone's weakness as a strength. Like he's got kind of a stiff personality in America because he can't speak the language that well, but they've leaned into it. So it's actually funny. It's kind of like what they did with Lance Storm, who was not great on the mic, but then they leaned into it with his, if I can be serious for just a minute. What up, Mason in Portland? The thing with house shows is, it's not marquee matchups. You're not going to have The Rock and John Cena in Bakersfield. But they did do that back in the day. Like I've got a framed poster upstairs with a Sacramento house show, and it was Kamala against the Ultimate Warrior. So, but now it's just, it's a lot of money, even at the show that I was at in Bakersfield, you see a lot of trucks, and it's a lot of money to do a house show. And in Bakersfield, there were maybe 2,000 people in that arena. So, that's where the Edmonton Oilers farm team plays. I think that's a big reason why. And that wasn't a house show. That was a Dynamite show. So I can imagine if it was a house show, the main event probably would have been Satnam Singh against, Private Party. Excuse me. It's not carbureted. I think they are, though, now. The match with Swerve should be good. Okada's a legend in Japan. So, hello, Staggy. You get it. Yeah, I agree with that, Ryan. See, the problem with the Devil storyline is You know, on paper, it made sense that, like, I think the Devil storyline was the best storyline in AEW history from the start of it. Now, I don't know if AEW did this on purpose or not, but, you know, with each attack, it was different attackers. Now, I don't know if that was done on purpose or it was just AEW being lazy, putting the ninja mask on any 4 guys who were there. Because if you look at the first attack on Jay White, they were all slender. And the Devil himself, I thought could have been Britt Baker, very slender. And then the second attack, when they threw Bowens through the glass, little bigger. Not much, but you could tell it was a different group. And then the attack against Hangman Page, all 4 plus the Devil were fucking jacked. Now, I'm going to guess that's when Sean Spears was involved, because he said in an interview he played a Devil's attacker in a vignette. So, and the Devil was jacked. That Devil in the Hangman Page attack was not Adam Cole. But here's where AEW fucks up. Where they fuck up is, like I said, on paper, the Devil and his henchmen, it made sense. If you follow NXT, WWE, The Kingdom, Roderick Strong, and Adam Cole all had a Ring of Honor. There were tie-ins there. Now, including Wardlow in there made no sense at all. And he doesn't even come out with him anymore. So is he in the group or isn't he? That's just laziness on AEW's writing. So they've now fucked up Wardlow a 3rd time. It's like they just don't like the guy. And he's a star. He's like Goldberg with a little bit of Mike Awesome's athletic ability. It can't lose. Let's not forget that swanton bomb he did on top of about a 60-foot ladder. I mean, come on. Do you believe in Joe Hendry? I don't know who that is. Yeah, but I think that, and another problem with the Devil storyline was, you know, after that match, MJF was taking time off to heal up, get surgeries. You know, Adam Cole's got a broken ankle. So really the only one who's remotely over is Roderick Strong. And I don't think he's over enough to carry on the whole storyline. And the Kingdom, and I like those guys, and I think they're the main event tonight for Collision. I don't think I've ever heard them get a pop. So that's why I think you needed someone like a Ziggler, even a Mustafa Ali, a Matt Riddle. You needed a WWE name to keep the interest going, because you knew Cole's not going to be able to wrestle for months. MJF the same. And I just don't think the Kingdom, and as much as I love Roderick Strong, are strong enough, are over enough to carry the torch until Cole and MJF can get back together, because now nobody cares, you know. That's great, Cap. Yeah, I mean, I would love to help. You know, they need someone who's outside of the company parameters. Like if I was sitting in that creative room when they were going over the Devil storyline, I would have told them exactly what I just said. I would have been like, guys, I know I'm the least important person in this room, but you cannot have Adam Cole. With Adam Cole and MJF being physically unable to be on camera for the next couple months, you can't just have it be Roderick Strong and the Kingdom. You've got to go outside. Hell, even bring David Finlay in from Bullet Club Gold or Bullet Club Japan. Anything would have been better than the Kingdom. They're just not over. Roderick Strong is, but like even he's not over enough to carry it through. Or have it be Wardlow. Have Wardlow turn on Roderick Strong. And they can feud until MJF and Cole get back. You know, so anything. So they're just a little lazy sometimes with their booking, in my opinion. Good point, Earl. Yeah, but anyone would have been better than the Kingdom. You know, and Dolph is a name. And, you know, thank you, SC, for the update. You know, the thing with the AEW is they've reached a ratings peak in terms of people like me and Jordan, who pretty much only watch AEW TV. Although I do watch New Japan. I saw a great match the other night as Moxley, Ospreay, and David Finlay. Great match. And then the setup was for Finlay to walk by Dolph Ziggler. But the problem AEW has is that, you know, like I said, they've hit a ratings peak in terms of people who watch AEW. So you now have to try and get people who watch WWE to go, hey, it's Wednesday night. I'm going to watch Dynamite. Hey, it's Friday night. I'm going to watch Rampage, even though that's their B show. And certainly, hey, it's Saturday. I want to watch Collision. And the only way you can do that is you bring in big guys from WWE. And Ziggler is a name. Whether you like him or not, he is a name. And I think him and MJF on the mic would be gold. Do you think Brock Anderson has potential? I mean, me and Jordan both saw him wrestle live at Ric Flair's roast. He was in a match against the with Ricky, was it with the Briscoes, I think. No, that was the Briscoes against the Von Erichs. I mean, he's got the pedigree with who his dad is, but so far, I don't know. You know, that's a tough one. Yeah, Booker was great in Who Killed WCW because he kept it real.
It's not ridiculous to think that somebody was a good shot.
I disagree, Jordan. I disagree. You know, but it doesn't matter whether they like wrestling or not. I just want them watching the product. So you've got to, you know, they've reached a peak, and doing these super matches on AEW, which is awesome, is not working for AEW anymore. So, you know, like when I'm assuming they're going to re-sign, or not re-sign, they're going to sign Ricochet. And it's known that Ricochet and Ospreay are friends. That will get a few eyes on AEW because, you know, Ricochet had a lot of fans in WWE. But I think of all the free agents and people who are available, Ziggler's the biggest name in terms of what's available right now. And I think him as the Devil would have been huge, would have been amazing. But, you know, it didn't happen. Well, but, you know, but even Mercedes isn't really getting the ratings pop. You know, because they bumbled her. I will agree with Bischoff there. I mean, you sign her. Now, maybe she wasn't physically able to wrestle yet, but you sign her, you put her on TV doing promos, which she's admitted she's not great at. So I do think they kind of ruined her character.